Hey guys, it's Gina with Witchy Girl Tarot, and welcome back or welcome to the channel. Today's video is going to be about generational curses. What do they look like? How to identify if you have any in your family, and what you can do to confront that curse and ultimately break it. Now, a lot of times people think because they haven't met the one, or they don't make as much money as they feel they deserve, and they feel like they've been cursed. Okay, there's a difference between not taking accountability for something and calling it a curse and being hexed. Okay, so when someone hexes you, they essentially use witchcraft to channel your energy, channel dark energy to follow you, so that everything that you touch, you could be as specific as, I don't want this person to ever meet someone, or I don't want this person to ever be successful. I want this person to be unhealthy, which is terrible. You should never do that. But people do that, and that's a hex. A curse looks more like a lack of accountability within your family, and it's gone down the lineage from your great-grandmother, great-great-great-great-great-grandma, your grandmother, your mom, then you, and then ultimately it's up to you if you feel drawn and called to really tackle what that, confront what that generational curse is and nip it in the bud, so that your child and the next generations to come isn't affected by this. On my mother's side, my grandmother has diabetes and my mother has diabetes. And I find that I have a very, very hard time when it comes to carbs, which are essentially, they break down into sugar. I'm actually doing a detox right now, and I do those often to kind of get me away from, when I'm eating crappy or eating too much sweets. But I feel like deep down in my soul, if I don't start to change the way I eat, I'm gonna get it. And it's not because I've been hexed. It's because everyone before me has had poor eating habits. It scares me, but then I have my days where I'm low vibrational because I'm human too. And I could really fuck up a donut, some ice cream, like a ramen noodle soup. And all of these things are terrible for me, but I find that I eat my feelings. I'm not the type of person that when I get depressed, I don't eat, I eat. When I'm happy, I eat. When I have my menstrual, I'm like, oh yay, it's time to eat. Oh, yeah, I have the munchies, we just smoked, let's eat. But then when I have my moments of where I'm by myself, I'm like, what am I doing to myself? Like, I'm ultimately doing the same thing that generations before me have done. So how you identify these generational curses, or what you think may be generational curses, is think about your mom's side of the family and your dad's side of the family. As far as health, do they all eat great? Do they have diseases? What kind of diseases they have? That'll let you know kind of what their diet and how their lifestyle has been. Okay, now think about their relationships. Are they all married? Are most of the relationships broken homes where there's divorce? Think about that, because the thing is that our parents' relationship really molds how we can. Sometimes it changes, but a lot of times it will mold the way that we view love and how we treat love. So think about the health of your mom and your dad's family. Think about their relationships. How is their relationships with people? Okay, do they get along with people, or are they always falling out with people? Do you feel like you fall out with people a lot? Is there addiction in your family? Is there alcoholism in your family, and you find that, you may have problems with alcohol sometimes, or maybe most times? It's very hard to admit it, but really you have to have that conversation with yourself. Was my mother and my father into addiction? Do you find that you are addicted to something? We all have some kind of addiction. Others of us are very, very disciplined, but most of us have addictions. Okay, and it's really about being real with yourself and having that conversation. So are there addictions, relationships with other people, and romantic relationships within the family? Health, that is one thing, another thing to ask. So now we're at 3 things you can look at. Now think about the relationship with God as a 4th thing. How is the faith in your family? Are people more reliant on their own discernment, or are they reliant on their spiritual discernment? And do they have a relationship with God? Whatever your spirituality is, whether it be that you are, maybe your family's mixed, maybe they're all Christian, maybe they're all Catholics, maybe they're, maybe they're a family that is more conservative who goes to church every Sunday, you guys volunteer, whatever the case may be. Maybe you're into Buddhism, and your family, someone in your family is into Taoism, and somebody else is studies Judaism. Whatever the case may be, how is their relationship with the divine? Do they have a good spiritual connection with the divine? Also, another thing to look at, if there's a lot of people who have passed in your family, not from natural causes like old age, but this kind of brings us back to the health thing. Are there people dying of cancer in your family? A lot of cancer in your family. Cancer, the definition of cancer is when one cell fails to communicate with all of the other cells, and all the cells start to multiply, going crazy because they're not receiving information, because something's going on. So are there deaths in your family that are either health related, or are there people passing away because there's crime? That cycle, that constant negative cycle of those things. What is their sexual behavior? Obviously, you're not gonna, get so nitty-gritty into details, but do you feel like there's people in your family who are a little more liberal when it comes to sex? People who are, for my spiritual people, y'all know that sex isn't just sex, it's a transfer of energy. This is ultimately how you know what doors have been opened in the spiritual realm. Now, this message is not for the faint of heart. If you are someone who is afraid to confront these things and you're not ready to do so, then this message is not meant for you right now. But if you are feeling like you have to do something because you feel like the energy in your life is stagnant and you're ready to pursue this, start digging. God gave us a brain for a reason. It wasn't just to be told what to think. It's actually to think beyond what we know every day, and get closer to the divine. So you pinpoint it by doing your research, then confronting it, and then making a plan and being connected to the divine and saying, you are no longer going to these demons of oppression or negative low vibration, however you view it. You're no longer a part of my vibration anymore, because I'm elevating, and I want that elevation. But if you ask for elevation and you keep doing things that are not elevating you, it's like you confusing the whole energetic frequencies. Like, you got to pick a team. If you want to meet someone and you're feeling like, I have not been able to meet the person I want to spend my life with, I keep meeting these fuckboys and girls who don't take shit serious. They're just not on my level. Ask yourself, what doors have you opened? Because once you start to close generational curses, you're dealing with the energy of your ancestors. That work that they didn't finish. They didn't do that. They didn't complete the journey, and that you're now trying to fix. You're undoing what the generations before you did. So it's gonna be hard, but I believe in you. If you like this video and you want me to do more of these kinds of topics, let me know in the comment section below. Actually, give me some ideas, because sometimes you guys, I don't smoke, and I have ideas and they come and they go. And if I don't write it down, I forget it. Share if you care, like this video if it resonated, if you like the message, and I will see you guys in my next video.